Hi, I'm Tim Max, and this is a breakdown of my song Broken. Now, we've already done a video yesterday talking about the verse of this song. Today, we're going to be talking about the drop. If you haven't heard the song already, I'll leave a link below so you can go and check it out. And let me know what you guys think of this breakdown, because I'm looking to do more in the future. So let me know if there's any more things that you guys want to see or things that you want me to focus on. So first, let's hear the drop, and then we'll kind of break down the elements of it. Okay, so let's break this down bit by bit. First of all, the drums. I'm using a kick drum. Actually, all of my drums are from the Vengeance sample packs. So I've got the kick drum, which I've programmed in using the Kontakt sampler. And the kick drum I'm using is Vengeance Dance Essentials 3. It's a Swedish one-shot kick. So I've just programmed that in. By the way, if you hear a little glitch, it's because my computer's struggling with this recording this video at the same time as playing back everything, and there's a lot of effects and processes running in this project file. So bear with me. Okay, so that's the kick. There's also some effects. When we initially hit into the drop, we want this kind of big effect to kind of come over the top. And so it's almost like a release, and that sounds like this. So if you play the drop and take that sound away, kind of doesn't sound the same as when you play it with it. It's a big kind of difference. So then we've got the bass. I've said before, I'm going to be releasing a Sylenth pack with all of the presets that I've used throughout a lot of my different songs. So this is the bass for Broken. You can see the settings here. If you really want it, you can pause it and do them up yourself. And all we've done is this sidechain running on it. This is the Vengeance multiband sidechain, and that sounds like this. So there's a key thing to this bass sound, and that's the EQ that I've got on it. So this is just a standard EQ that comes in Nuendo, which is the program I'm using, which is the same as Cubase. And what you'll see is I'm really emphasizing the bass sound around 100 hertz and also at around 5,000 kilohertz. And you'll also see that I am reducing the sound at around 250 hertz or 300 hertz. Now that's often where a lot of mud comes into bass. So if I turn this EQ off, you'll hear what the bass sound sounded like before. And then with. So it's really important if you do boost the bass a lot that you cut everything underneath 50 hertz. So you really want to, if you boost around 100, you really want to dramatically cut off below there, which you can see on this curve. So that's the bass sound. And then with the lead sound, we've got two parts to the lead sound. The main part, which is labeled lead number 2 here, is this. So with this sound, the key thing is this portamento legato knob that's in the bottom right is set so that the notes will bleed into each other. I've got my keyboard here. If I just play some notes in. you can hear it kind of run down between the notes. So then when you play the actual melody, it doesn't sound like, kind of flows. So that's the main part of the lead. The other part of the lead is just an extra little bit of character to kind of bring it alive, and that sounds like this. You can hear it in here. So I'll play just the original lead and then also the little bit on top, and you'll hear the difference between the two. So that kind of just adds a little bit of extra character. Now on both of those lead sounds, I'm using a stereo enhancer. I'm also using a filter to cut off everything below about 500 hertz. And same thing on this other lead. And that's because that's where my bass instrument's sitting. And in terms of mixing, I need the leads to not interfere with the bass instrument and vice versa. I've also got a side chain on both of the leads. Now, as you get to the second half of the drop, you'll hear that this lead on the top, the kind of extra little character, actually jumps up an octave as well. I'll play you how that sounds. So that's now one octave higher. And that just serves to kind of take the energy to the next level once we're halfway through, so we're not listening to the same thing again and again and again. The only other element is, again, in that second half, I've got this kind of pluck, side-chained little kind of running note to kind of keep the energy going. So play that with everything. Cool, thanks for watching. I'll be back with a video tomorrow talking about the vocals of the song. And if you guys have got any questions or comments, just leave them below. Subscribe if you like the video, and be sure to go and check out the music video for the song. I'll leave the link below.